Here's my Venus flytrap. I don't know what age it is, but I've been feeding it a lot, and I got it when it was a little bit smaller than this. It's about almost 3 inches. One of them, well, the tallest one in there is about 3 inches. And yep, I don't know if this is a crossbreed or whatever. I do not know. But what I do to feed it is I start right. Just today I put a little bit, a shot of some fish water. I have some fish I take care of. Some fish right there, some koi, some cichlids that I take care of. And they're in a 100-gallon over there though. And I just put a shot of their fish water in here, and it seems to be doing fine. And I mixed it up with some normal water, and they pretty much sucked it up, because there's a line where it was at. I don't know if you see it. There's a line. You see that line? It was up to that line, and they sucked it up. And I don't know how much to feed them of that fish water. Someone probably do it like once every 2 weeks or once a week. I don't know. That's all about the hormones that I give it. You could call it hormones or whatever, the growth, yeah, you call it hormones. And what I do is with the bugs, I go to the pet store and I get bugs, or if I'm bored and I want them to see something, I want them to eat something wild, I boil the bugs outside, because it's a lot safer. You see the black ones there? It's because I didn't boil them. I fed it a fly and I didn't boil it, and then it died. But I want to keep it. I don't know if it dies to get better. I don't know, but because it's not a wild plant, and it's not probably used to the bacteria and the all that nasty stuff that the bugs have. So I boil my bugs now, and they are doing good. And yep, I don't know what type of Venus flytrap this is. Probably a normal one, because there's green and there's red in there. But yeah, all the I pretty much feed them probably a day or 2 days after they open up. Yeah, I feed them after they open up. I have them in a pretty big pot. You can see it's about, the pot itself is probably 5 inches probably. The pot itself is probably 5. And it is probably, the width is probably like 6. So it's a pretty decent sized pot. It's pretty big. I see people have bigger ones and a lot smaller, but that's stupid, because it's a wild plant. Why would you have something small and when it's in the dirt? Like, they pretty much go in the dirt, and there's no ending to where they could grow in the dirt. So yeah, I'm gonna leave this in here for about a couple more years. After dormancy, I'm gonna put it back in here, or I'm gonna spread it out. I'm gonna get another pot and stuff. So yeah, there's a cricket in there. There's a cricket. Let me get a light. There's a light. You can see it. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, there's black ones in there too. I got 2 plants basically growing here now. There was just one, and about the small ones you see, they're growing off a separate plant. So I'm doing pretty good. This is my second Venus flytrap I had. I'm doing pretty good, and there's some baby ones sprouting up, and it is April right now, so I have a pretty long time to go before I see this plant overtake this pot. And yeah, and there's eggshells in here too for what's it called? There's eggshells for the gnats, so I could draw them in even more, for them to what's it called? I forgot. Deteriorate in the soil, because eggshells. I put eggshells in my plants. Yep, here's it is, and they're pretty big too. The big mouths right there, they're pretty big. They're like half the size of a quarter. I could pull out a quarter, or you could compare it to some tweezers, Uh, there's a tweezer. I'm gonna get a quarter. Here's a quarter. They're pretty much basically half that. Basically half that. They're almost the size of a quarter. They're almost like you can see it good. They're basically like a quarter, half a quarter, which is awesome. I don't know how old it is to be exact, but I only had this plant for about probably 2 weeks, I think. Most likely 2 weeks, and it is growing on me. I got two buds in here. Oh shoot! I got 2 new ones growing. I got some new ones growing on there. It's looking awesome. It gets about at least 5 to 4 hours of the hard hitting sun, and I just spritz it with a little spray bottle I got. I spritz it, and yeah, they're all closed. So I don't think you could overfeed your Venus flytrap, but I give it probably like a 3-day break after it's open, and I just feed it again because it's a fat motherfucker. It's a fat ass nigga right here. It's a fat motherfucker. So yeah, they're pretty fat, and in the wild, I'm pretty sure they get the size of a hand, or at least the size of a human head. I'm pretty sure back then. This is a dinosaur, guys. Come on now. These probably ate like chickens. I'm pretty sure they ate chickens. I don't know, or like Chihuahua-sized dogs. Whatever got in its midst, or birds. I'm gonna feed it some frogs or a fish. I'm gonna drop a fish in there because they grow really in watery environments, so I'm pretty sure they eat fish, like any seafood. I'm gonna give it a pinky mouse when it gets bigger. I'm gonna see what happens after that. I give it a pinky mouse, and yep, there's my Venus flytrap. It is awesome. It is awesome. I don't know how long it could go out without food, but I keep watering it. I always water it. This water that I have in here, it's gonna suck up. Like, it just sucks it up in the night. Like, there's basically no water, and I re-water it probably around like 12, somewhere in the afternoon. I leave it because it's still moist. It's really moist in the soil, all natural soil, and I boil water. Instead of purified water, even if I have purified water, I'll basically boil it to be sure, and then bam, boil the water, and then bam, purified boiled water and boiled bugs from the outside. Because I don't want to, because it's boring to see it die. Because you're like, oh man, the bug dies in there, so that's lame. So yeah. So I boil my bugs. So it's an in-house plant, but I'm gonna leave it outside. Probably when it gets bigger, which is gonna suck because they're gonna die probably because the bugs and the bacteria. But if it's outside, I don't think it will die because it's gonna get all that bacteria from the outside air and probably get used to it. I don't know, but I want my big buds to open up. There's one, the big bud that's red. It had a mealworm in there, but it needs to open up. I don't want it to die. And I got other ones in there and they need to open up too. So that's it. That's all my Venus flytrap for you. Till later on.